how did you get that footage of Diddy?
I figured most journalists would not disclose their sources.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time. My favorite villain? I kind of like Diddy.
There are no misconceptions about it.
Hey, yo, Fifth, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna give it up to you. The production on your show, incredible. Light show, incredible. The dances, incredible. The outfit changes, incredible. Significant improvement since the way you used to perform back in the day. Like, looking like you fanning a fart is a better performance than Busta Rhymes. You out your rabbit.
Man, I'm chilling. I ain't bothering nobody, I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? I go shopping, I give me a mean leather jacket. I think I'm doing my thing. I'm on my own little planet, right? And nobody. He's always got to try to one up on me, right? Have one up on me. I get a banging leather jacket, this Buster get a leather line up.
You know good and well that I woke up to this shooting started this morning, and I was the one that was leaving everybody alone. So what you doing is giving false narratives, homie. You talking about you just went to buy a leather jacket. You ain't bothering nobody. You left alone. And I went and bought a leather hairline. Well, let me tell you something, buddy.
After a fresh leak linking Busta Rhymes to a growing scandal, the internet erupted. Social media went into overdrive. Threads multiplied, reactions piled up, and every clip was treated like evidence. But just as all eyes locked on Buster, 50 Cent slid into the moment and expertly stole the spotlight. Suddenly, his presence dominated the conversation because he's known for turning tension into entertainment. With every comment, repost, and video, the rivalry became a viral spectacle no one could scroll past.
In the rapper, Busta Rhymes, I see him pull the little lawyer dude into the section, and they walled him off. So I'm thinking to myself, oh, damn. Well, he ain't come. Well, he came with us, but I just got a rule. You come with us, you gotta leave with us, cause I'm this big black him. I'm gonna be the only person they come to pick up first, and one of y'all don't show up home. So it's like I try to stick to my protocol, man. The dude stayed with them, and then his boyfriend was on Facebook woofing, woofing the whole next day. Oh, my ain't loyal and all this.
Wait a minute, hold on. Any one of us can look at this on Facebook?
Yeah, I'm gonna find this man page, bro.
Just clown. They weirdos, because you know they paid me to come on the stream before, so they control. So I'm like, y'all making fake content. So when I seen them in person, Wax say, calm down, CC, it's just for the internet. It's just content. We know Busta Rhymes gay, but you can't be saying that. I'm looking like, what? And then the dude loose cannon like, CC, man, you gotta calm down, man. We just getting content off. I say, bro, we not playing, making fake content. So now that I see that's what they do, weirdos, bro.
Everybody knows what a rainbow is, you know what I'm saying? Everybody knows what the sky can bring. It brings rain, it brings the sun. Like, you understand what life is too, you know? So for me to know that you have a great, you know, Raymona Harvey is Busta Rhymes, this is his real name. Anybody can get on Facebook and look up Raymona Harvey and be like, yo, that's Busta Rhymes, yo, with no wig on. And be like, yo, wild out, you're on your own time, but this is information that you allow me to give to the people.
I know you're, you know, a veteran of the hip hop community. Frank Ocean just recently came out with a statement saying that, you know, he was in a relationship, you know, long ago. Do you think hip hop's ready for like someone of a different orientation, or are they going to be accepting of it, or what are your opinions on that?
I don't know if it's just about hip hop being willing to accept it. I think the whole world is ready to accept whatever people choose to be in life. You know what I'm saying? From hip hop all the way down to just the common man that walks the streets and the earth every day. It's like we're at a place in life where, you know, we got to respect and accept what people choose as their path that they want to walk in life. Because ultimately, you want people to you want people to respect what you choose as your path in your journey in life. And ultimately, you know, whatever that man does in his personal space is that man's choice and it's that man's business. I am an extremely huge fan of Frank Ocean. His music is impeccable to me. And as far as I'm concerned, I respect the dude completely. I think, you know, whatever he does at home is his business. Just keep that music popping the way you've been keeping it, brother. And you got my money from the concerts. You got my money from when you put them albums in the stores, and it ain't gonna stop. As long as you continue to contribute your greatness, God bless him, man.
Not long ago, 50 Cent and Busta Rhymes were seen as allies. An intense, headline-grabbing partnership that felt bigger than the music itself. They shared stages, pushed each other with bold moves, and stood shoulder to shoulder when the industry got ugly. Their connection looked built on loyalty, ambition, and mutual respect. Now, that once solid bond appears fractured, leaving only silence where their brotherhood used to be. An empty space filled with memories and the echo of what they once represented.
So do me a favor, right? Explain to you what the listen what you're saying, y'all. That was it right there. Now, Phil, I'm gonna challenge you for real. What you do with this?
What is that, man?
This is real bitch.
I can't afford nothing, man. All my money's in Western Holdings.
Don't worry, we're rich. Where's your mom? It was my birthday. Love you. We are dealing. You the cost. We are dealing with you the cost. You know cool. Yeah. You the cost. We are dealing with you the cost.
Hello, I'm Amber.
How are you?
Nice to see you. Welcome aboard.
Pleasure, Amber.
Thank you.
As we always say, the blessings don't stop, so we ain't stopping. Stay blessed up. Don't block your blessing. Know when to get out the way so that the passions can be free, to let the blessings continue to be bestowed in abundance. The birthday turn up ain't done no time soon. Happy Memorial Day weekend. We out here with you, Ticos. In 1 week. Worldwide. 840,000 tickets sold in 1 week. 840,000 tickets in 1 week. No, hold up. Hold up. Stop. Sold 675,000 tickets before the first show in 4 days. That's because I've been out of the country. He was hitting me 3 days in a row. Like, he hit me the first day. No, hold on. He hit me the first day.
When Busta Rhymes first saw his name trending for the worst reasons, he started to suspect 50 Cent was the hidden engine behind the chaos. To him, the backlash felt too fast and too intense to be natural. And if anyone fits the role of master provocateur online, it's 50. Fueled by mistrust, Busta fired off sharp remarks, questioning 50's recent moves, mocking his musical direction, and in hinting that his creativity was fading while he tried to redirect attention away from his own mounting problems. But everyone knows 50 rarely lets a shot go unanswered.
I've been on a tour for 5 months. We did the first show July 21st. My last show was November 21st. He's still on that same tour.
Yeah, man.
He don't play with that work. Ever since he first came to Violator and the first Get Rich or Die Trying came out, he was the only one that would jump on a plane like it was a cab.
Right. Go get it.
That got no problem flying 20 hours somewhere and coming back home the next day. This is how he was from the beginning. So being on that tour and being able to do all of those antics every night, the way it was received was phenomenal.
If Busta ever try to phone me, hit you with no delay, so what you saying, yo? Should've with that 9 million, but the yo. Yeah, I do hit better than him. He better not play with me. I will and perform Busta Rhymes show. Look, man, if they try to say that if you ever thought that the Busta Rhymes was better than me, you crazy. You crazy, man. You just looking at this the wrong way.
Yo, Fifth, I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna give it up to you. The production on your show, incredible. Light show, incredible. The dances, incredible. The outfit changes, incredible. Significant improvement since the way you used to perform back in the day. Looking like you fanning a fart is a better performance than Busta Rhymes. You out your rabbit. Keep fanning the fart. Keep fanning the fart. Hey, yo, what you say, Split? F50, fanning the fart Ferrari. F50, break it down. Fan it down.
Man, I'm chilling. I ain't bothering nobody. I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? I go shopping. I give me a mean leather jacket. I think I'm doing my thing. I'm like, I'm my own little planet. I ain't with nobody. He's always got to try to one up on me, right? Have one up on me. I get a banging leather jacket. This Busta get a leather line up.
50 Cent responded almost immediately. Within hours, he went live on Instagram wearing a grin, like the perfect opportunity had landed in his lap. His words hit Buster with surgical precision, and the comment section exploded as fans clipped the stream, screen recorded every second, and blasted it across platforms. Memes followed instantly, and the chatter didn't slow down. Buster, not exactly new to comebacks, Nete snapped back just as fast, quick-tongued and fearless, swinging the momentum right back. What began as a feud quickly became a full-on viral battle.
Dragon season. Everybody go get your dragon mask. Available on Busta Rhymes Universe. Click the link in the bio. Shop Busta Rhymes Universe right now. It's that time. Dragon season. Yeah, we dropping Unleash Me at midnight too. We ain't playing no games with none of y'all. What season is it? What season is it? What season is it? 50. You know good and well that I woke up to this shooting started this morning, and I was the one that was leaving everybody alone. So what you doing is giving false narratives, homie. You talking about you just went to buy a leather jacket. You ain't bothering nobody. You left alone. And I went and bought a leather hairline. Well, let me tell you something, buddy. On some real G. Let me tell you something. You talking about that Pimpin' Curly that you was doing as a character? But no, you was doing Pimpin' Curly in real life too. Trying to look like Rico Suave at one of them, on a red carpet at one of them movies you was involved with. And I don't want you to use that as no excuse neither, talking about you was playing a character. You wasn't in character when you had to go down that red carpet. You could have got back to yourself. You chose to stay in character with that Rico Suave, some berries and sweet juices you had up in your head top. Now, I do want you to know I'm your brother, so I'm gonna always support you and everything you do. I ain't been doing nothing but that since the inception of our friendship. Follow it up. Now, with that being said, I got one question to the masses. There's several products that you have to incorporate to get you to look like Rico 50. All right? Rico Suave. We talking about Rico 50. Let's see which one of the products that he used to get to looking like Rico 50. Was it this? Or was it this? Or was it this? Matter of fact, I think the real question is, did he blend all three of these to look like this? Chill. I got a grand prize for anyone that jumps in the comments, any consumer around the world that used to also use these products to help identify, doing a forensic deep dive and a research and a data analytics on those products to help us understand, was it a combined effort of all three, or was it a combined effort of two, or was it just one of them to get you to look like Rico 50? Now, with that being said, if you guess right what the blend was chemically for that berry juice look for Rico 50, you might win a grand prize. Until then, just know the blessings don't stop. So we're gonna just keep this going as long as we need to, because if the blessings don't stop,
then, as
stop,
the tension
and we don't
reached the
stop.
breaking point,
Dragon season.
a new video of Busta Rhymes interacting with a fan surfaced and spread like wildfire. Many viewers described it as awkward, uncomfortable, and even unsettling, giving the rivalry a darker edge. The clip ignited heated debate, wild theories, and non-stop speculation about what really happens behind the polished surface of the music world. For Buster, already caught in heavy scrutiny, this was another brutal hit, making it even harder to regain control of the narrative or convince the public he would walk away untouched.
In the clip, Busta is seen acting uncomfortably creepy toward a fan, fueling even more speculation about what really goes on behind closed doors in the industry.
So over the weekend, a video went viral of Busta flirting with a concert goer in suggestive fashion while opening for the G-Unit boss on his final lap tour in St. Paul, Minnesota last Friday, September 15th. The clip showed him holding his microphone near his crotch and stroking it as if it was an erection, while staring at a fan in the crowd and sticking his tongue out.
Give it to me.
After the video caused a stir on social media, with some people horrified by Busta's shamelessly horny behavior, 50 Cent reshared it on his Instagram page on Monday, September 18th, along with a few words clowning his close friend. Busta stole this move from me. I used to do this to Magic Stick 10 years ago. Now it just feels dirty, inappropriate, unnecessary. This is giving your old uncle at the barbecue that won't go sit down vibes, right? Busta Rhymes saw the funny side of it as he responded with several laughing face emojis in the comment section. This isn't the first time that 50 Cent has ribbed Busta Rhymes on the road. While backstage during a tour stop in Charlotte, North Carolina in August, he couldn't help but poke fun at him in his oversized jewelry.
Tell him the chain too big. Whoa! Tell him the chain too big. He ain't have no friends. They're not telling him.
Jokes aside, at least one of 50 and Busta's rap peers wants to see the pair capitalize on their time together on tour and hit the studio. In a tweet last month, Waka Flocka Flame called for the rap legends to drop a full-length project together, saying the culture needs it. The culture need a joint album from Busta Rhymes and 50 Cent. Don't give us a tired excuse because y'all going on a worldwide tour. That's too much time, LOL. Waka's wish might be a long shot though, considering 50 and Busta have only appeared on a handful of songs together, including Eminem's 2003 Ja Rule diss Hail Mary and the Posse cut Victory 2004 alongside Diddy, Lloyd Banks, and the late Big.
As scrutiny intensified, Busta's explanations began to look weaker in the eyes of many fans who pieced together their own version of the story online. The shock grew when he publicly defended Diddy, calling for privacy and urging people to hold back judgment. Because Diddy has been surrounded by serious public controversy and reports of legal scrutiny in the media, Busta's support raised eyebrows and triggered fierce debate. Some people questioned where his loyalties truly lay and whether his stance was a genuine show of solidarity or a calculated risk taken in the middle of an already spiraling storm.
Got to ask you, there has been so much going on in the music industry and the headlines pertaining to Diddy. How closely are you paying attention to his case, the allegations, and the things that are coming forward with him?
I don't pay attention to none of it. I just kind of like to pay attention to the truth. When that time manifests, then, we'll speak about this, hopefully when that time comes. As far as I'm concerned, I don't really like to speak on situations that I'm not well versed in, and that's not really my situation. You know what I'm saying? But I wish the best for everyone involved. God bless everyone involved. And, I think that we should all kind of be a little more mindful of how much we speak on other things when it's as sensitive as this.
And it's incredibly sensitive.
It's extremely sensitive, and I think that people don't keep in mind the effect of what their opinion can have. And I think it's really, really important that we reserve our opinions until we understand what the undisputed truth is, because an opinion can detrimentally affect someone short-term and long-term. And I just, from my own learning experiences and being through, none of us are exempt from going through challenges and obstacles and trials and tribulations, some way more intense and extreme than others. But I think at the end of the day, as we go through these things, we learn from them, and we also got to learn how to help people get through them. And that's the angle in life that I like to approach things from, because I know if any one of us is going through challenges in general, we do want some sort of help and guidance and support to not make those mistakes again.
Have you had the chance to speak to Diddy?
I spoke to him a few times before, it got a little out of control. But a lot of the times when people are going through things, you gotta respect the space and the privacy that they need to process how they're gonna deal with the things that they're going through, and I just wanna see the right end result for everyone.
In the middle of the chaos, Diddy unexpectedly prevailed when a $30 million lawsuit against him was suddenly dismissed, wiping away one of the biggest legal threats of his career and offering a rare, hard-earned moment of relief. Music. It felt almost like fate had stepped in at the perfect time, only to throw even more fuel onto an already raging fire. Busta, meanwhile, seemed to be slipping deeper into the storm, with no one able or willing to pull him back from the edge of this spiraling music fallout. The scrutiny didn't ease, the criticism didn't soften. Public doubt kept growing, and his circle of allies only got smaller.
Diddy Combs is celebrating a legal win after a federal judge dropped multiple charges in a $30 million civil lawsuit against him. The New York judge dismissed the most serious allegations in the lawsuit from former music producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones and warned Jones's attorney to stop making, quote, irrelevant insults, misstatements, and exaggerations. Combs denies all the allegations against him. And this all comes as a new ABC News podcast is shedding light on the criminal charges and civil lawsuits against Diddy and his claims of innocence. Bad Rap, the case against Diddy, is brought to you by host ABC News legal contributor Brian Buckmeyer. And I spoke with Brian yesterday to tell us all about it. Take a look. Congratulations on the new podcast. I know our viewers are excited because you're a familiar face around here. So I want to start there because you are on here almost every week, if not more often, with me talking about big cases in the news. So what made you focus on this one? What is it about Diddy's case that made you want to dig deeper?
So I think it's a combination of, and I think we can all kind of agree to some extent, everyone knows Puffy, Puff Daddy, Sean Combs in some way, shape, or form through his music. He's had a huge influence in the way that we look at hip hop, the way we look at millionaires, billionaires, fashion, things like that. And then all of a sudden we have this massive criminal case. And I think a lot of people are looking back and saying, what? I heard a whisper, I heard a rumor. Is this connected? Is it not? And I think both as an attorney and as just a person who was born in the 80s, this fascinated me, and I really appreciate ABC and everyone involved, because when I came with a crazy idea of like, what about a podcast? People were like, you know what? Yeah, let's see how this works.
How significant is it that this federal judge just dropped multiple charges from Lil Rod's civil lawsuit?
So I get that it's a big headline, and it is significant if you're looking at it just as the civil lawsuit. And I think the Rodney Jones lawsuit was massive in the sense that it led to the raids of Sean Combs' homes, because in that lawsuit he said, this is where the videos are, this is what he's doing with it, all these allegations, and likely led to this federal indictment. But the reason why these charges got dismissed is because of pleadings. The way that the attorney pled out the charges with RICO, for example, that highest charge, and couldn't connect an alleged criminal enterprise to the damages that Rodney Jones says that he faced. Now, does that mean that Sean Combs had a RICO enterprise? Maybe, maybe not. But it means in the civil lawsuit, it's not going to apply. So for his federal indictment, that criminal case, that's still going on, and that's probably a bigger issue for Sean Combs overall.
This story has gotten a lot of coverage already, and it undoubtedly will continue to. So what makes Bad Rap different?
So I think the really beautiful thing that ABC Radio and 2020 is doing is we have so much video, audio over the years of Sean Combs. He's always been in the public eye, and the ability to go through archival information, to speak to experts who are at some of the white parties, who listen to some of his music, who are following it all along, and then kind of just putting myself in there. Also someone who actually knows the law, who has been in the Southern District of New York where he's being prosecuted, and you get to see it from all of those angles, and someone who's familiar with the music and the culture in many ways, and talking about it from all those angles and then leading up to the trial. I think a lot of times we talk about trials, we kind of just drop people in. It's like, all right, here's opening statements. But with the podcast, you get to really follow the rise and fall of Sean Combs up into the trial, hear the controversy, hear the whispers, hear what could have really crashed his career but didn't, and then we leave you right at the trial informed, entertained, exhilarated, and then we do it twice a week while the trial goes on, and we're going to give you those updates, give you that analysis, and also how it's all connected.
And I can confirm even from our conversations, when you understand what's coming in a trial and the context around it before that trial starts, it makes the trial itself so much more interesting. And I know you touched on how you have weekly episodes, and then once the trial starts, you're going to have twice a week episodes. What should we expect there from those kind of live updates?
I think you're going to get everything that you are accustomed to getting in ABC News Live, as well as radio, in the sense of they're already saying, Brian, we're going to have you right there sitting next to Aaron Katursky. You're going to be listening and watching. And when I come out to talk about the podcast, it's not just going to be, well, this evidence came out. It's going to be like, what was the jury looking like? What was this person doing? Unfortunately, in the Southern District of New York, we don't have cameras. People are not going to be able to watch this trial. Listening is probably going to be the best bet. And I love the way that ABC is attacking this and saying, let's put people in that courtroom as best as we can and give them a podcast that allows for that. So I think hearing about it, not just from a reporter, but also from an attorney, and hearing both of those aspects.
So what's the final verdict? Did he truly outrun the escalating legal storm and walk away untouched? Or is a new storm quietly forming, just waiting to strike? And what about 50 Cent? Was he really the unseen force behind Busta's sudden downfall? Or was this only the opening scene of something far more layered, an even bigger music story that's still unfolding? At this point, nothing feels too strange to be possible. Music. So tell us, what do you think is really going on?